So we're standing here at the spot where 200 years ago Philander Chase stood on this hill and looked around and said, "This will do." And we're here to announce some very exciting news.
It's very exciting.
The residential experience, gathering together from all over the country and all over the world to learn together here on this hill in Gambier, it's essential to who we are, essential to what Kenyon is all about. And at a time when we've been forced to be physically distant, we understand the importance and the centrality of that residential experience more than ever.
Hi, my name is Ever Crowfoot Swade. I'm a current Kenyon sophomore, economics major. And my freshman year, I lived over in Lewis, over there. And then sophomore fall, I lived here in Norton. And I'm supposed to live this spring in Gund. So I'm taking over the whole freshman quad. My friend group discovered each other because of where we lived, our residential dorm. But even if you don't find your closest friends in your dorm, you all have a shared residential experience that you can understand someone else in your class.
So when my parents dropped me off going into college, and my dad told me that he lived in Norton as a freshman. And then they also told me that on the bottom floor of Norton, the apartment that's there is where they lived when they got married, because they got married right before their senior year. So it was just neat to be there. But Norton is also where I found my friends that I roomed with all 4 years there. The only downside that I remember is in the winter when it was freezing cold. I will never forget some winter mornings I'd wake up, but I was like, is that ice on the inside of my window?
At that time, Coach Steen had a real desire to have all the swimmers in single-sex dorms, so he lived on what we called the Upper East Side of Norton. 35 girls sharing one phone, and of course a communal bathroom where you had to shout flushing before you flushed so that somebody didn't get scalded. But we had a great time. I'll never forget one time there was a big party going on in a room, and I walked into the room and somebody said, "Rose, did you know gullible isn't in the dictionary?" And I said, "Really? Why not?" And everybody just laughed, because that's how well they knew me, was that, I was completely gullible. That kind of bonds you just don't get any other time in your life.
So Ever, we have recently learned that Kenyon College has received the largest gift in its history, $100 million, to build 3 new residence halls right here on South Campus.
Wow. It's incredible. I mean, I'm an economics major, even that number doesn't quite compute.
Improving the quality of housing at Kenyon has long been recognized as an important need and a critical place for investment. And the housing study that was recently completed, including surveys and data collection from current students like Ever, provided concrete examples of how we can improve housing across campus and the residential experience for all of our students. South Campus in particular is a place where students reported the desire to have not only more housing, but more housing options.
South Campus is incredible because you're close to your classes and you're close to the food, which is kind of all of your life as a Kenyon student.
I think it really doubles down the commitment to residential college. I think that there are folks that through this experience saying, hey, do we need residential college? Can we do stuff more online? And I think this is really saying, no, there's something about community and face-to-face that's absolutely critical.
In a campus with just amazing facilities, as the housing study bore out, it was substandard, especially in light of all the great facilities we have for athletics, academics, dining, art, all of those things are top-notch, best in class kind of thing, and then housing.
Kenyon is a very special place in my mind. It just woke up my brain. It allowed me to wake up the brain I didn't even know that I had.
I just feel that getting the very best and brightest to Kenyon, despite ability to pay, is absolutely critical to be able to have diverse perspectives, and I think it adds depth to the conversations.
And so what it says to me is that Kenyon matters, that our education matters, the community matters.
With this one gift, an amazing act of generosity from one anonymous donor, we have taken care of critical housing needs and infrastructure at Kenyon, looking well into our third century. This is going to allow us to put students at the center as we move forward with this campaign, to focus on the needs for financial aid and scholarship, the need to bolster high-impact experiences on campus, the need to strengthen our academic program, to make Kenyon a more diverse, inclusive, and equitable institution. We are enormously grateful for the extraordinary generosity of this individual whose gift is propelling Kenyon into our third century.